Hello humans, my name is Luna Solara and I have been invited to share a story with you all today. And I have a very special one today about a unicorn, and it's called It's Not Easy Being a Unicorn, and it's written and illustrated by Beatriz. Now this is a fun story because it teaches us about being ourselves even if we feel a little bit different than others. Right now, all of my favorite stories though, before we begin, all of my favorite ones begin with 4 very magical words, and I bet you know them. It's once upon a time. So can you all say it with me on the count of 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm a unicorn, and this is my friend Ryan. You can see Lucy right there. She is white with beautiful bubblegum pink hair, and little Ryan is a little green bird. I think he's her best friend too. Do you have a best friend that you play with all the time? Yeah. You may have seen fake unicorns like these, but real unicorns, like me, are difficult to find. I have never met another one. Now I have met a few, but unicorns are famously elusive, so we're not easy to find. So if you've never seen one before, it's okay. You just have to keep an eye out. We like to hide. That's for sure. But, so these are the fake unicorns that Lucy's talking about. I think you probably have some of them yourselves at home. I think the most popular thing I've seen that I really like is a shirt that had a unicorn on it, but it was made of sequins. And when you rub the sequins, they change colors. That is so amazing. I love anything that's brightly colored. And let's see. I like to hang out with my friend Ryan, but sometimes I wish I could play with other animals too. I like playing with a big group of friends because then you can play different games. I think my favorite would have to be, probably hide and seek. Although tag is a lot of fun too. But you know what's hard is once that my fairy friends fly. It's not easy to play tag when they fly away from you. Now, are there games that you like to play when you have a big group of friends? Have your parents let me know. That way we have more games to play. Now, I have noticed that horses tend to hang out with other horses. They look very elegant. And can you see all the different horses? And they're all different colors. What do we have? We have white, we have brown, we have one that's a tan color, and then a black horse. Now, one day, I tried to fit in with the horses by pretending to be one. I put a hat on my head to hide my horn and chewed on some grass. But the horses looked at me like I was weird. What do you think? Why do you think the horses looked at her funny? She's got a cowboy hat on. Do you think it's because the horn is sticking out the top? The hat's not hiding it very well. I would look too if there was something sticking out of someone's hat. Just out of curiosity. Now another day I was watching the zebras. They always seem to have fun with each other, and they look like they have a lot of energy. Now I have a fun fact for you about zebras. So as you can see, they're usually white there with black stripes. Now the reason for the striping is called camouflage. That's a big word for you. So camouflage is just a way for the animals to hide or blend into their backgrounds. In this case, the zebras, when there's a whole herd of them all standing together, it's hard, the stripes make it so that it's hard to see each individual zebra. So you kind of just see like a sea of white with stripes everywhere. And this makes it so that they can hide from predators. Another big word, and that's animals that hunt them. It makes it harder for that predator to be able to pick out a zebra to catch because they all look like they're one big group of zebras. It's a fun fact for you. Now I tried to introduce myself as a zebra, but I'm not sure if they believed me. They only stared at me like something was wrong. Did you see Lucy trying to hang with the zebras? She painted herself white with black stripes, and I think they can tell though. She's got a fancy hat to hide her horn. But if you look, little Ryan over here always has a matching hat too. Do you like to match clothes with your friends? I love to match my flowers with my friends. We like to wear the same flowers in our hair. Now later, I saw a group of donkeys. They always seem to be laughing and having a good time. Can you make a donkey sound? I'm not very good at making the sounds that other animals make. So I'll leave that to you. You make the sound of the donkey for me, okay? Now, I thought we could all have fun together. I ran out of paint while trying to look like a donkey, and I think they noticed. Or maybe they just thought it was strange for me to wear a party hat when there was no party. So, poor Lucy. She ran out of the brown-gray color. And so she's got some white peeking through. I wonder why. Do you think they noticed that the paint is missing on her? That's why they're looking at her kind of funny? Let's see. The last group I saw was a couple of ponies. They looked very beautiful and friendly. I wondered maybe I could fit in if I looked like them. I wore my most beautiful hat and bent my legs to match their height. But the ponies looked worried when they glanced over. So what do you think? Do you see Lucy trying to match the other ponies? She's on her knees so that she's the same height, and she's got a cute little pink hat on there with a little green feather even. You think Ryan gave her the feather? It looks like one of his, huh? Well, I failed. Now I feel silly for trying at all. I want to give up. Have you ever felt like that, where what you've been trying to do so long and so hard just doesn't work and you feel like it failed and you just want to give up? Well, I know we've all gone through it, but the important thing is that you tried, and the most important thing is you try again and keep trying until you're able to do the thing. It's like learning something new, like riding your bicycle or swimming. You know, most of the time, unless you have some kind of superpower, you don't get it on the first try. You're gonna have to try over and over and over again, whether you fall or, something happens. You just have to keep trying. And just like Ryan says, try again. Now this time though, go be yourself. Go out there like a unicorn. So very good advice from Ryan here is to just be yourself. Now the animals weren't used to seeing a unicorn, but this time they didn't look at me like something was wrong. They seemed friendly. See all the animals looking at Lucy? They're paying attention to her this time, and they look a lot nicer, right? Last time they were all giving her kind of a funny look. Anyways, it's scary to approach others as the real me, but it turns out to be the best way to make great friends. So you see, Ryan was right. All she had to do was be herself, and this is good advice for all of us, is to be ourselves, and people will like it a lot better than when you try to pretend to be something that you're not. So, luckily, the story does end happily ever after. Now, thank you so much for reading with me. I do have a little special project for you all to do after this. So they do give you some instructions on how to make your own unicorn horn. So it looks like what you're gonna need is a square piece of paper, or if you don't have a piece of square paper, you just get a big rectangle one and then just make it into a square and cut it into a square. And a piece of string. So make sure you have an adult help you use the scissors if you can't use it yourself, okay, just to be safe. Now I'm going to hold the instructions up to the screen for you, and what you can do is push pause, and that way you can see the instructions so that you can try to fold it yourself, alright? Here we go. So fairly easy, it's got just 5 steps right there. And again, if you can't do it yourself, keep trying, or have an adult help you too. But sometimes we need some help, and it's okay to ask for help. So there's the instructions, and then you just put the string into it so you can put it on your head and wear it just like Ryan, down there in the corner. Alright, my little friends, thank you so much again for reading with me. I hear that there's going to be some more friends that will be visiting and sharing a story with you all soon. I believe Fairy Poppy already has a story up. It's called The Day the Crayons Quit. That is a very, very funny story, so make sure you look up that video, okay? Now, it was so nice to see you all. I hope you have a very magical day.